morning, Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond sisters. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am just beginning my day. I hope you're having a wonderful morning thus far. So I missed you guys. Last week, I was with you the entire week. We started our mornings together with coffee chats with Donna, and we came to the culmination of that last Friday. So I thought I would stop in today and chat with you guys for a coffee chat with Donna. Hi, Fran. Good morning. It's so good to see you. So I actually was really excited this morning to come in and to chat. Hey, Stacy. It's so good to see you. Good morning. Because I was thinking this morning during my meditation time, and for those of you who know me or may not know me, my name is Donna Rudowitz. Hi, Diane. Yes, it's definitely a bit chilly this morning. I got spoiled with a couple of nice days. I'm Donna Rudowitz, and I run a 12-week transformational relationship program called Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond. And I'm a licensed clinical social worker, aka psychotherapist, as well as a rapid transformational relationship coach. So I help women who are either going through divorce, post-divorce, reclaim their brilliance, fall in love with themselves, and attract true love that lasts when and if they're ready. So that's kind of my spiel of who I am and what I do. And I was thinking this morning, going into this conversation, of I wake up about 4:44 is about the time I wake up in the morning, and that's because it's not that I get up and I make coffee and I'm running around the house. That would be really productive. I wake up at 4:44 because those are angel numbers, and that time is the veil is thinnest between the divine and us. So I like to get up because that's when I lay in bed. I have my meditation. Hi, Lena. I have my meditation time, and I'm able to just sit back and be led by spirit versus by my brain. And there's one thing that I've learned in this work, especially in relationship work, is all of the tools that we've been using as a woman in our families, as a woman in our businesses, as a woman in work, the tools of working hard, the tools of going after grit, working. It doesn't apply to the relationship space. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. When we truly want to lean into our relationships, hi April, hi Stacy, when we truly want to lean in our relationships and heal the toxicity from the past, get rid of those toxic barriers that are keeping us stuck, and be able to claim our life of what it is we want and be able to move forward, we actually have to do the opposite of work. We have to actually do something that's called releasing. And this is why so many people in the relationship space will come to me and say, Donna, I have been trying, my life is good, I have my life together in so many areas, but it's this relationship space, I just can't seem to get it clicked. I always just seem to be one step away, or I'll try something and I'll get it working only to find out that it doesn't work for me, and I keep going on this pattern, and things keep happening, and they just keep happening over and over again. And that's exactly why, is because it's just the wrong tools. It's not that you don't have the ability to do that, and it's not that we can't do it. It's just a different set of tools that we need to use in order to really break through these blocks and clear the blocks. So what I wanted to talk to you guys today, and this is the reason why I was so excited to come this morning, is I wanted to talk to you about something that's called upper limits. And if you may be familiar with an upper limit, and you may not be familiar with an upper limit. So I'll give you what a description of an upper limit is, and then you could rate yourself and see if you are experiencing it now, if you've experienced it in the past. So what an upper limit is, let's say you've come from a marriage where you were married to a narcissist. And this man was very difficult to live with. There was a lot of gaslighting that was going on. And maybe that even could have been from, maybe just self-worth and self-confidence, even though you had it, but being married to this person, your self-worth and self-confidence took a little bit of a beating. So now you're out of the marriage, you're divorced, you're living your life, and you've put the pieces back together, and you're ready to attract someone into your life. And you do some work on yourself, and what ends up happening is you meet what could potentially be a nice person. And as this person starts to treat you nicely, you end up rejecting it. And you may not even do it consciously, right? So this person treats you nicely and says all of the things that you wanted to hear. And it feels good when they first start talking to you, when they first start having conversations. But then over time, what you realize, what you begin to do is you begin to unconsciously sabotage that relationship. So maybe you won't call that person back, or maybe you'll start looking for references of why relationships won't work. Or maybe you'll look for reasons why that is not going to be a good relationship. Again, it could be a million reasons why, and that's because you've reached an upper limit. Subconsciously, you have a belief system of what your value and worth is. And if you haven't done the work to clear through those blocks of what your value and worth is, anytime you receive something in the physical world that is greater than what you believe you are worth in the unconscious world, you're going to reach what I call an upper limit. And, subconsciously, you're going to sabotage yourself. And that could be, again, you could reject a person. You could, for instance, I've had clients who had a very important meeting, let's say on a Thursday morning, and they've reached their upper limit. And this is something that they've been waiting for because this is a big deal. It's worth, a good amount of money for them. It's worth a good amount of success for them. And they finally get it, right? They've been working, finally get it. And let's say it's on Thursday morning, and Wednesday night, they decide that they're going to go out to dinner and celebrate, and they end up drinking a little bit too much. They have a couple of drinks too much, and they're not performing at their best on Thursday morning, and the deal breaks, right? It doesn't go through. It's a perfect example. So we don't realize we're doing it, right? And then we blame everything else outside of us. We blame, maybe that we were tired, or maybe that person who was making the decision, wasn't in their right mind, right? And all of these things outside of us, when really it's us. We're reaching an upper limit. So what I wanted to share and talk with you guys today about is, if you're reaching for something and you have an idea of what you want, what you've got to do is you got to condition yourself to be able to receive it. Okay, this is really important, because if you don't condition yourself, if you don't begin to do the work on the inside and clear your abundance blocks, what will happen is the dreams that you want, you will subconsciously push away. And then you'll stay in the pattern of wanting something and not being able to receive it, or receiving something, but it's less than your worth, right? And so the worst thing we want to do is attract our ex-husbands 10 times over, because that's the energy level that we're operating at, only to find out, right? Getting into a relationship, only to find out that relationship doesn't work. And this is the reason why. So I know I'm talking fast, guys, so stay with me here, but this is the reason why second and third marriages fail. I think the second and third marriage rate is something like a 70 to 80% failure rate. And that's because we really haven't done the work on ourselves, and we think we're starting something different, but we're not. We're actually just attracting more of what we just came from, wanting a different result. And when that result doesn't show up, we become disappointed, and our expectations aren't met, and that person is not able to meet those expectations. So upper limit is a big deal. Upper limit is a huge deal. And so what I do with my clients is I take them through, and that's the reason why we're able to get results in 12 weeks, is because I take them through clearing those abundance blocks. I take them through clearing those memories, belief systems, and patterns that have been with them. This is the tool that we use. It's a combination of clearing, and it's a combination of coaching. When you have those, actually three, clearing, coaching, and community, when you have those 3 C's, that's where the magic happens. So I'm extending you grace today. If you're not where you want to be in your relationships, have compassion and grace for yourself to say, wow, maybe this could be an upper limit issue. Maybe it's not because I don't deserve it. Maybe it's not because I can't have it, but maybe I've been subconsciously keeping myself in a space that I know is comfortable, because when I reach an upper limit, my conscious is not able to receive it. It's going to reject it. So with that said, think about that. Think about upper limits, and even do some research on it. Right? Google upper limits. There's a ton of research that's done on this particular subject, but it's a fascinating way that we as human beings operate, and where we believe our worth is coming from. And what what's so interesting to me, and this is why I love the work that I do, is that a lot of our programming and belief systems and the way we're operating in the world today, hi Sparkling, is those were created from the years of 0 to 7, right? Most of the way that we operate in the world have been created from the time, the earliest actually in utero, in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy, up and through 7 years of age. That's where our patterns and our belief systems were embedded, and that's what we're living by, and that's what our rules, right? That we're for life of what we're worth and what's possible for us. And those rules, it may be time for you to challenge those rules. It may be time for you to redo those rules. It's time to create new rules, right? And that's what I've been doing the past few weeks, is creating new rules for Donna. And I'm no longer in certain belief patterns and systems. I've created a new rule set. So check your upper limit. Think about the rules you've been following in your belief systems. Think about where you're operating, because if you're saying, I've done the forgiveness work and I've done the trust work and I've done the work, but yet your outside results haven't changed, or you're still attracting the same type of people, or you're still having the issues, that means that there's more work to do on that onion. Okay, that's the only thing, is that if your outside world, if you don't see what you want in your outside world, it's not an outside issue, it's an inside issue. And there's no shame, blame, or guilt. The smartest and most intelligent women need to work through and clear their shit, right? We need to clear our shit. So anyway, Casey and I are here at Starbucks. I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of the day. Mwah! And look at your upper limit issues. See ya. Bye.